What up, everybody? Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, Keith the Simp, just Keith, whatever you really want to say. I'm cool with all of it. Good to see you back. Welcome back to Crypto Before Dark. It's Wednesday afternoon, the 22nd. Little by little, things have slowly improved just a touch. We're going to go over a little bit of it tonight. As the thumbnail says, is it time to buy again? Do we see buy signals? Do we see anything that tells us, yes, now is the time? Now the time is upon us to purchase. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe some charts look better than others. Maybe some don't. So we'll go through a little bit of them today, get a little bit of a feel for what's happening, and maybe clear up a little of the confusion. Show you a bit about how I'm trying to strategically make my plans on this and how I'm not trying to do anything overly crazy or dumb. One step at a time. Don't want to do anything and make any brass decisions based on feelings or emotions, because as we know, rule number one with investing, no emotions allowed. So if you haven't done so, brother, ladies, gentlemen, go hit like. They're free. Free likes around here. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy. Just a guy who does this for a living. So, who all's here? Let's go say hey to all of our European folks and our midday assassins. What's up, Tim Carson? Good to see you. Shion Spy, good to see you. Tim Carson says, watching Obi-Wan while awake. Sure haven't seen that. So I haven't seen it. Sorry. Silent Sandal, what's up, brother? Patrizio, evening, folks. Welcome. Parker, what's up, Parker? Thor's Hammer, brother Beal. E. Phillips, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Marta, I can't say that last name. Not even going to try. What's up? Shep Stacks, good to see you. Ianis, good to see you, Ianis. Jag, Frank Vecchio, good to see you, Frank. Is that Frank from Vegas, Frank? I think it is. Good to see you, brother. How you and the lady doing? Mel Wee, what's up, Mel Wee? Good to see you. Big Tex, what's up, Big Tex? So, little by little, we've seen, I'm sorry, hold on. Warlander, good to see you from the Netherlands. Let's go. Dunamis Crypto, mid-morning here in Cali. Let's go, Cali. What's good? Stefano, what's up? Disco Trooper, what's up? Good to see you guys. Mohammed, what's up, Mohammed? Pretty good. I'm doing all right. Good to see you, Ship Stacks. It has been a while, but hey, we're here. Sorry, everybody. My kid's in there freaking out. I'm listening. He's losing his mind a little bit over something. I don't know what it is. It's not that big a deal, whatever it is. Dave, what's up, Dave? So I've got Solana on the screen here for a reason. Little by little, we've seen some charts slightly get into a more comfortable position than they were. What do I mean by a more comfortable position? Well, if we take all the indicators off here for a second and we just look at the candles only, no indicators needed, right? And we try to find our trends. We start high, as always. We start on high time frames, right? We work our way down. We see that we're clearly in a downtrend. We have a high and a low, a lower high, and we've made a lower low. Now that's on a high time frame. That shows us that while we may have some upward price action, daily speaking, we do not have any upward price action, grand scheme of things, all right? And because of that, there's no need to become hyper bullish on everything. Could there be some buys in here? Could there be some places where we're going to snag some money in here? Sure, there can be. And we'll go into that. High time frame, not so much, okay? Let's step it down here into the next level to the daily. On the daily, we see the same thing. We see a lot of lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Nothing really jumps out and says, hey, let's go, until recently. As we see recently, all this price action that was under the trend line has jumped over the trend line and created a bit of a trend break. Now, this trend break isn't huge, right? It's only a few percent. Since it's broken the trend line, right now it's about 3%. It peaked out at about 15%, which for crypto isn't really that much. I think we know that. What I like is this is actually broken trend, and there are a few different ones that have broken trend. I believe H bar looks very similar. It's still under the trend. See that? If we move these fibs for a moment and just look at the price action only, you see it's over trend. This trend line is over the candles, consistently over. Not really showing us a lot of happy stuff. AVAX, similar strategy here for AVAX. So I've been leverage trading AVAX, so I'm going way down on the time frames. Similar situation here, stuck under the trend line, not going anywhere. Are there any other ones that look good? How about waves? Look at that. Waves broke the short-term daily trend pretty hardcore, didn't it? Yes, it did. In fact, it made a nice little jump up here. As we see, it's starting to kind of pull back now. Not much different than SHIB. Yes, we all talk about SHIB all the time because dog coins have people's hearts for whatever reasons. Okay, dumb as it may be, that's what people want to do. As you see, it did peak up over this trend line here, but now it's kind of falling back under it. And it did not break that high time frame trend. As you see, there was another one up here. Didn't break that one either. So while we did have some upward price action here, things got a little jumpy and things got a little movie. Not a ton of action. Now, let's go back to Solana for a second. We clearly see our trend break. Okay, does that mean we buy? Not necessarily. That means it opens up our eyes to a place where we would like to buy. We use our indicators to help us determine when's a better place to buy and sell. For a bear market, we're not just looking for 2 candles over the 8 EMA. We're looking for 2 candles over the 8 EMA with an 821 EMA bullish cross, meaning that the green line would cross upward through the purple line and create a bullish cross. As you see, that has not happened here. In fact, that hasn't happened since mid-March. Okay, mid-March, we had a short-term break that lasted 21 days. Okay, and then it went right back short again. And hasn't been long since then. It's been nothing but short since. As you see, we haven't got this cross. Now someone's here. They just rang the doorbell. Now you guys know why I don't do so many midday streams, right? Because it's a little bit of a madhouse here sometimes. We got kids everywhere. So 821 cross is inward. Appears to be trying to happen. Hasn't happened just yet. Where do our candles lie? Well, even if we were going over the 821 rules, 2 candles over the 8 EMA would be a buy. However, we don't have that 821 cross to give us a long confirmation, so we would buy with a very short leash here, okay? Even if this was a bull market, which it's not. Still not quite enough energy here to get me super excited. Now, that's just the 821 EMA. What other indicators do we have that kind of give us a quick feel for what's going on? We'll leave our trend line up there. We can take our 821 EMA back off because, as we see, it's not quite ready. And we put our pivots up there. Pivots are very easy to use. Over the line, good. Underline, bad. Okay? Are we over? No, we're not. In fact, as you see, this circle that I've drawn says this entry is safer, in my opinion. Why? Okay, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it jumps over the pivot and stays over the pivot. And as you see, this thing is not just going as fast as you may want it to. It's kind of hesitating as far as let's get over the line and go here. Now, does that mean it's not going to do it? No, that's not what it means at all. It just means short term here hasn't happened yet. Add in our 8 and 21 EMA, and you see that I've got the price action going over the 21 as well and over the pivot, both. And that would give me a more bullish confirmation than if I just bought now. Okay, buying now is still a little bit too much of a risk for me. Okay, I don't like the fact that it hasn't went up as far as I think it should yet. Okay, needs to prove it here. It's done nothing but fail for a really, really long time. Okay, that really long time of failure immediately gives me pause. I need to see some more trends break here before I get any more confidence in it. Yes, it has broken the short-term trend line, but there's a bigger one up here. So even if it does break this one, it's likely just to run to this trend line and stop. Okay, I understand this, so there's no big rush for me to hurry up and buy anything. Okay, no big rush. When will this be more confirmed for me? Again, once we jump over this 21 EMA, once we're over this pivot, once we show a little bit more happiness as far as price action. Right now, best case scenario, it's just Paul Wall sideways. We'll go all the way down to the 4 hour here and see pretty much the same thing. On the 4 hour, it's a little more bullish. We are over the main pivot here. Okay, but we did fail R1 and R2. And as you see, we're right in between the 8 and the 21 EMA again in the wait a minute zone. So we wait. We just wait. There's nothing important that we're going to miss here that's going to be worth tons of money. Okay, that few percent just isn't worth the risk. Are there other ones that look like this? Yeah, there are, and there are some ones that look worse. XLM would be an example of one that's a little worse. What do I mean? Let me erase some of these short-term trend lines here. I was scalping this on low time frames with leverage. Okay, as we see here, similar situation, only this one is not over the 8 EMA. Similar situation where it's hitting the S1 pivot, as you see, just hasn't jumped up over the S1 pivot or the 8 EMA on this one particularly. Okay, Solana is a tick ahead as far as that goes. Is there one that looks better than this? Well, yes, there is. FTM looks a lot like Solana. In fact, it's already over S1 and over the 8 EMA. It just hasn't jumped over the 21 EMA yet. So FTM is just a tick ahead of both of those position-wise on the chart. I don't really give a shit about projects. Everyone always asks me about projects. What do you think about this one? What do you think about that one? Hey, folks, I don't care. I don't care. Which one has the best looking chart? Which one can make me the most money? That is what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with how much money I can make from today till tomorrow. That's it. The teams that run that can ruin that just as fast as they make it bullish. Okay? So I don't really care about any of that. About halfway through here, let's answer some questions if there are any and have a drink. I got pretty hammered yesterday, so I'm taking a break. Disco Trooper says, hey, Puerto Rico in the house. Kevin, what's up, brother, from the Rico? What's up? Alex, I am. Hey, Keith, thanks for jumping on. What's up from Chicago, from the Shy? Summertime Shy. Y'all know what Kanye said. Jehovah's Thickness. Are you any other kind of indicators that you can use with Renko Strat besides OBV and the 10 SMA? I'm eating that Renko Strat up. There are, but I'm going to warn you, that's usually enough. You can draw some resistance and support lines, but above that, nothing else for Renko. Renko is a swing scalp strategy, okay? It's not a long-term strategy. So you really don't need any more than local support and resistance levels. And they're pretty easy to see with Renko. You can pretty quickly notice support and resistance and just draw a quick line. And that'll help you kind of anticipate the price action a little bit. Albert Einstein says, volume up, please. I got the volume jacked way up, brother. What you talking about? I got that volume jacked way up. I'm not talking as loud because I got so many kids here. Jeremy says, on my way to work. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Nick says, cheers, fellas. What's up, Papa Nick? Electric Ken's in the house. Good to see you. X Overnight says, cheers. Let's go, brother. In it for the chick, yo. Absolutely. What Jeremy said. WXT. That's what Nick put up. Let's have a gander at WXT. Yep. Okay. Similar situation. Under the pivot. This one's way up above S1, where the other ones aren't. This one's under the pivot, hitting the 8 EMA and the bottom of the pivot at the same time. Still bearish. Okay. Hasn't fully swapped over into a more bullish scenario yet. Downward 821 cross. Other indicators all kind of pointing down or sideways. Paul Wallish. Not going to hurry up and jump into this one. Not going to hurry up and jump into it. Carlos E says, great insight as always. Well, thank you, brother. Muhammad says, ape. All right, we can look at ape. I had someone hurry up and buy an ape the other day, and I was like, hey, man, take a break. It's not worth all that hurrying up and buying stuff. As you see, still under trend here. Short-term trend line here that's been going since May. Hasn't broken it yet. You are over the 8 EMA, still under S1. Similar situation as Solana here, only this one hasn't broken the trend line like Solana has. Okay. Does MT4 require KYC? Absolutely, Thor. You'll be using a broker, and it's all legit. You have to put in all your information. Que pasa, Borica? Good to see you, brother. That's Gabo. Machado says, can you see ETH down? Thanks. Sure can. Can you take a look at Cartesi? What's the ticker there, Dave? What's up, Crypto Z? Yeah, MT4 I like better than MT5. Interesting price action on SNX. By the way, there's some hype around collected fees. Yeah, I don't care about hype. Let's look at the chart. Well, everything that regards people or hype, I don't listen to any of that shit. All that's dumb. All right, so this one did jump over the 821. However, it's stuck under the pivot. In my opinion, this is either going to wait on the 8 EMA or fell south towards it. It did break the short-term trend, which is good. Okay, that's cool. I like that it broke the short-term trend. Cool. Kind of a step ahead of Solana in that aspect. Looks a lot like waves. Now on the bigger trend, as you see, Nothing really to write home about yet. Kind of all just pointing down on the bigger time frame. Still down, still sideways ish. Just be careful whenever you see these big runs like this that people don't sucker you into getting right back in during a downtrend. Don't get suckered in by the hype. Pundy had a pretty big run up yesterday. Yeah. Pundy X. Indeed. Trying to break the 21 EMA now. Pivot's way up there. Still under that short-term trend though. All right. Let's don't get stuck. This could come back to bite us if we're not careful. As you see, there's two separate trends here. This one's kind of been going for a long time there. All down, right? So be careful. Someone said ETH. Let's look at ETH real quick. There. Yep, ETH still failing. Sorry, brother. Nothing good to report yet. All under 8 EMA everywhere. Nothing of any significance to report back yet. Still waiting. It is holding the $1,000 mark, which is a good psychological level. If it continues to hold that, that's good, at least for a short-term trend bounce. Fail here, and it's heading to 650. And I don't want anybody to see it. I don't want anybody to deal with that. 650 is a long way down. Any good price zones for KDA on the fibs? Dina? Let's have a gander. That's not the right best looking chart. KDA USD. Might be the only one we got. Yep, it's the only one we got. All right, using the history that I've got here. I'm sure there's probably some more history in here somewhere. But I'll go with what I got right now based on the trend. We'll start at the top here. And we'll pull to the bottom. All right. Interesting price targets would be $1.97 or roughly $2. After that, you're looking at $2.65. Those are going to be your key points to break, and the reason I say that is those have confluence toward them. There's some resistance here at $2. It's going to be tough to break, and also, for the record, Kadena is not a buy yet. It's still a sell signal. It's not or short. It's not a long signal at all here. This thing could continue to fall more and reset our fibs down to a lower level. Plus, the end of the month's coming up in about 7 days. So you're going to see things switch again, basically a week for the month's up. You're going to see these pivots change again, and likely the pivot will move down a little lower. So be careful. CTSI, gotcha. CTSI. Cartesi, nope, still short on Cartesi. Sitting on S1, hasn't broken 8 EMA, 21 EMA, hasn't broken a significant trend line yet. Still got to wait on this one. What's up, Digital Al? Good to see you, brother. Can you look at Hex? Sure, we can look at Hex. Tell you what I see real fast. Real fast, like my life be like. All right. Heavy downward pressure here, but you do have that Solana style break of the trend here. Still stuck under S1, still in between 821 on the pivots, still got to wait it out right here to get a good buy signal. You don't quite have it yet, so be careful. I don't want you to get suckered. All right. It's worth waiting a day or two until you get a better buy signal over here after it tests the 21 EMA. Because you may get a break and retest. You just haven't got it yet. Okay. This is the better, safer zone to buy because you still have plenty of room for this thing to run up to the next resistance zone here and here. Okay. But you got to get up to here first and prove it. Okay. It's safer to buy the smart buy here rather than the first buy. If that makes sense to you. Hey, what's up, Brugg? Says Nago Bo's favorite. Okay. Hey, Alex Bell says, missed your last few live streams, waiting on some dry powder due to your wise info. Waiting to deploy. Brother, I'm sitting on the same thing as you waiting. I feel you. Do you consider short and went under the AMA recently rejected? Absolutely, Alex, 100%. I was longing and shorting like crazy yesterday. OCGN. Dry powder buys what we need to buy, but we don't have that chance yet. Got to wait for our time. As soon as we get our time, we pounce. OCGN still short, short, short. Oh, that's OMG, not OCGN. That's OMG. But yeah, OMG still short. OCGN. Okugan. Okugan, the stock on the NASDAQ, is jumping over 821 right now, and it appears to have broken some short-term trends here. All right. About, nope. Still under. Be careful. Still hasn't broken trend. We're still waiting on this. This thing may Paul wall out some more. Be careful. Oh, ETH down USD, if you can see. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's going to be up, Machado, because Ethereum's going down. So Ethereum down is going to be pointing up. So you're right on that. He wants to look at Celsius token. Oof, you sure about that? Celsius token moving back up. Why? Well, they kind of control the supply and demand, so it's really up to them to do what they want. Hence why I don't really fuck around with it. But hey, it is technically over the 8 and 21. You do have an 821 cross. You're just stuck under the pivot, and you've had some really wicked price action lately. As far as the high time frame goes, yeah, no thanks. I think there's other ones I would rather fool around with than this one. A company that may be on the brink of bankruptcy. I don't know. Probably not, but the chart doesn't look like a sale either. So, AVAX. Yeah, AVAX, we can look at real fast. If you look here, it's got similar action. Has some others, but it's stuck under the trend. We've already looked at this one time. It is sitting on the big high time frame Sniper's Alley or accumulation zone down here. All right, that's good. Hold this for another week or so, and we can see some upward movement. Things are looking better. They're just better, not better right this second. Okay, we got to wait on it a little bit longer here to get us a little bit better action. We're close, but not quite there yet. Let's look at Nagabo's favorite coin and Rug's favorite coin. Fractal Boys unite. XRP is still not a buy. Womp 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 womp. They had to boo me. I had them boo me off the stage real quick. Yeah, XRP still under the EMA and still failing. Can't buy this yet. As far down as it is, it's still not ready to go. Obviously, it's under a really gnarly short-term trend right here. Isn't even there yet as far as breaking it. Get there, then we can talk about it. Till then, no thanks. Nothing worth bothering with yet. XLM similar, still under this short-term trend, still under the EMA, still under the pivots, still under everything. Short-term trend, major trend line, under the 50 fib, the whole nine. XLM doesn't look good enough yet. Not good enough yet. VXV, vector space, AI. All right, did jump over the EMA, similar to Solana, same situation where it would be a better buy if it was up here. Up here somewhere. Why? Because it would be over the pivot and over the 21 EMA, and you'd have better confirmation of some upward movement. Plus, the trend line would be broken that hasn't broken yet. Okay, need these trend lines to break to prove it to us. Till that happens, not really worth the risk. What's up, Danny Deep Pockets? Good to see you, brother. Like seeing Danny Carney in the house. If y'all guys haven't done it, go hit like real quick. 66 people watching, 42 likes. We have 4 more minutes. We can get some more likes in there, right? Why not? Let's do Bitcoin and let everybody know what we think about that one. I think it's short. As you see, it is almost down to our final gap. Final gap at around 18.7, 18.5-ish. That gap is over here in case you can't see it. I'll zoom way in for you here. Right there it is. Gap in the price action. And the price hasn't come back down and covered that gap yet. As you see, it did it over the weekend, but the CME market isn't open over the weekend, is it? No, it is not. As you see, we're not there yet. We like another 9% off of Bitcoin, which would be $2,000, 18,000-ish, right? 18,005. That sucks, huh? Well, that's just the facts. So once that happens, then the gaps are closed. And then we have CME gaps above, which means eventually the price will come back, but not yet. Okay, we got to wait on it, one step at a time. ICP and eGold. USD. All right, ICP. Still not quite there yet. All under trend at best, almost over trend, but not even there yet. 821 EMA, no thank you. Is over the 8 EMA, but it's starting to fail back. Similar situation to Solana, only it hasn't broken the trend line like Solana has. So it's actually a little behind. eGold. eGold's threatening to break here, but still under trend. See that? Get over that trend line. Can't really get too excited until I see it break some trend lines here. Okay? Then we can talk. Till then, gotta wait it out. Okay? Gotta wait it out. There's nothing worth super risking here. Over this trend line and this zone is a better buy over here. Okay? That's safer. Safer buy here. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit of percentage. How much? Okay? Got 12% to the pivot. It may not even make it there, first of all. But if it does make it there and it holds up right there, good, because then you got a good solid buy. And you're over support. You're more likely to have your price stay above this level than you are at this level. Okay, one step at a time. Did you already do AVAX twice? Yes, Alex. It's a no-go at the moment. The dollar index. DXY. Yep, dollar index still holding out up there at the top, in between the one line and its first take profit line, which it has not hit yet. Kind of forming a double top here. All the indicators are starting to roll over, but they haven't yet. They're getting close. If this drops below this 21 EMA, it's coming back down to the pivot around 1027. Okay. See how it plays out here. Typically when this dollar comes down, we see other things go up. Typically, not always, but as you see, all this has been happening while crypto has been going down. So you would assume that this thing reverses, then crypto may reverse up some kind of relief. TRX, that's Tron network. TRX, USD, a lot of pressure on Tron network lately. Over the 8 EMA, good. In between the 8 and 21, not good enough. Under the pivot, not good enough. Under the trend line, not good enough. All these things are not quite good enough for Tron. I need to see a little bit more here, okay? Again, in a bear market, I reversed the rules slightly. I want to see an 821 cross plus 2 candles over top before I buy, okay? In a bear market, I need a little more confirmation than I do in a bull market, okay? Simple as that. Last one, ZNOG, and then we will stop. That's Zon Gas and Oil. All right. ZNOG back over the 8 and 21, like Electric Ken just said. It hasn't formed a higher high yet, and it did slap the 50 fib and fail. If this can break the 50 fib, here's why our upper levels hold at 58 and 70 cents, 75 cents. Those three levels are possible if we can break this high of 42 cents here. Okay. Be watching Zon Gas and Oil. You may see the price of commodities continue to rise. Okay, Keith, I liked the BTC analysis you put out last night, but are you worried macroeconomic trends with interest rate hikes and inflation? Isn't it likely these factors delay an uptrend? No, I don't care. I could care less about the news. G'd out. It's 100% strictly based on the chart. Currently, I'm to believe the trend will hold. If the trend changes, then we will see the chart change. But the trend hasn't changed yet. So we must go on what we have. And we cannot base our buys and sales on news or opinions. They will only cost us money. Okay, we can't do it. The chart tells us what to do. Right now, the chart says don't buy yet. Close, but not yet. Okay, so all right. Yeah, we already did ETH to its short wheel. So listen, that's 30 minutes, actually 32 minutes. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. 71 people, got up to 75 or 76 at one point. Thank you all. I'll be back again tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, our normal crypto after dark. Thank you all for coming. Go get you some lunch, have a beer, relax for the rest of the day. If you don't want to trade in, that's cool with me too. Thank you all for coming. I hope we helped. If you don't get anything else, get this from it. In the words of the late great Notorious B.I.G., you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll see y'all on the next stream tomorrow. Peace.